My name's Barbara Biggs and I'm the author of this book, In Moral Danger, which is the story of my life up to the age of 22, beginning with when my grandmother sold me to a pedophile barrister when I was 14. I'm now a journalist. I've been a journalist on a mainstream newspaper owned by Rupert Murdoch for the last 15 years. I've been a journalist for a long time, but I actually resigned my job 4 years ago to write the book. I started writing it as a memoir for my own family, but as I continued writing, I realised it was going to be important for a lot of other people who'd had similar experiences to me. And in the last, since the book came out, I've been travelling around giving talks about my life, hoping to raise awareness about child sexual abuse and how that experience is for the child. So I think my book's probably the first book that I'm aware of that describes the emotional mechanics of child sexual abuse. My book is structured so that there's a top story which goes from the age of 15 to 22, and then it goes into flashbacks into the 9-month period that I spent at the barrister's house. And that's the 15 to 22 year period is really the consequences of that 9-month period, which involves many crazy things, funny things, a lot of funny things, but also some tragic things as well. For example, I was in a psychiatric hospital at 16. I escaped Cambodia weeks before it fell to the Khmer Rossi at 18. I was a prostitute in Japan at 19. I had 4 suicide attempts before I was 20. And I caused one of Australia's biggest transport strikes when I was 21. So that's where the book ends. A lot of people have been curious why I would say such degrading things about myself, and there are many degrading incidents in the book. I did that because I felt it was very important to be unflinchingly honest in telling the story so that it would ring true and appeal to people who had been through similar experiences to myself. The book's been particularly successful in Australia, obviously because it's an Australian story. It went into reprint in its 7th week, and I've had lots of interest from film people about making a movie and a mini-series. It will be published in the UK next year. I don't know how it will go there. I like to think that it's a universal story. People aren't really sure how it will go, but the populations are so much greater over here. We sold 17,000 in Australia with a population of 20 million, so it's really hard to say. It depends how much publicity I can manage to get. I'm here in Italy and I've been in France for a month writing the sequel to In Moral Danger, which is called The Road Home, which is my life from the age of 22 to 42, ending more or less when I take the barrister to court and win. So yes, there will be a sequel, and that's coming out in Australia in March. I'll just read the final paragraph of the prologue to the book. Well, telling my story just how it was is like going against the rules. You're not supposed to say the truth when it's ugly and uncomfortable for everyone. Yes, some loves are hideous, but if we can't tell how our souls have been muddied,